All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So as you can see, my car is super clean. Not because it sits in the garage during the day and the night or whatever, but because I use a couple of products. I recently started using the waterless wash from Adams. Now I've always used the graphene detail spray from Adams, and I finally did it on this vehicle. So what I did was initially I didn't have the waterless wash, and this is how I keep the car clean. Like even my wheels don't look dirty. Originally it's ceramic coated, one thin layer of ceramic coat, but then I said, I need to get this off and I need to start over again. So I went with, because I forgot I had the graphene detail spray in my storage up there in the garage, and I said, I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning this vehicle with these products. So I actually went ahead and bought the Adams waterless wash, because in reality you shouldn't have to wash your car too much. A lot of people are saying, oh, do PPF, you'll thank yourself. Folks, I've said it before, I've never done PPF on a vehicle in all the vehicles that I've ever owned, and I don't have a problem with the front paint getting chipped and damaged and stuff like that. I just don't. So I'm not spending $5,000-$6,000 or something like that, because I don't think it's worth it, to be honest. At least for me as a consumer, it's not worth me spending $5,000 to $7,000 to get the front half of the car PPF'd, just in case a bug or rock chip something happens to the front. I'd rather just deal with that as it comes. And if I do get a rock chip, I'll fix it, or I'll just let it be. It's not that serious to me. But ceramic coating is serious to me. I like to have the car looking very smooth and clean and shiny. And this color warrants, to be ceramic coated. So I did start to use the waterless wash along with the graphene detail spray. The graphene detail spray goes on thick, folks. So make sure your car is really clean before you use any of these products. So you're gonna have to wash your car, clay bar, however you do your car, but you're going to have to clean the car at some point or another for it to be free of all kind of things that could scratch the paint when you're trying to apply certain chemicals and get your car waxed and things like that. So for me, it's easier that my car does stay clean because it's in a garage. Now, not everybody has a garage, but most Corvette owners, or most people who have sports cars, they typically have a garage. They don't want their cars to sit out in the elements, which is why I don't worry about sun and burn and stuff like that. It's always in this garage. Obviously, when I take it out and park somewhere, it's in the sun for a little bit, but overall, 99% of this car's life is in this garage when not driven. Actually, 100%. Let's go 99. Let's go 99.999 for the short time that it does sit at the grocery store or wherever I'm at. But cleaning the vehicle is actually not very difficult. This is probably this is a small car, folks. It's not as big as it appears to be sometimes. Yes, it is low to the ground, but it is definitely not a big car. And I know this because a Tesla is normally parked right here where I'm sitting, and it is the same length as this car right here. A Tesla Model 3 at that. So the Tesla Model 3 is a fairly small car on the outside, but it has a lot of room on the inside. And this car is the opposite. It has a lot of room on the inside, just no back seat. But overall, the car itself is a very small car. So with all the roomy interior that you have with those two seats, it is a fairly small vehicle overall in footprint. I still have room at the front and the rear of the garage, the part where it normally clips at for some of the other bigger cars that I've had, like my Cadillac CT5. I had to come all the way back, to make sure I was in and clear the front when I would back it in. So this is a fairly small footprint, a fairly easy car to wash as well. I see a lot of people making videos. I've seen a lot of people make videos about, oh, water's gonna go in the engine bay and the vents. They're buying all these different plugs and stuff. I just not into that. You wash the car, you wash it properly, you dry up that area, and then after that, you should not have to wash your car too much. Now, I will say for the people that daily drive their vehicles, yeah, you're probably gonna wash your car a lot more. And if you don't have a garage, that's even worse. You're gonna have to clean your car a lot more. So you probably will want to invest in certain things. But if you don't have a garage and you have a C8 Corvette, I highly recommend you get a car cover. I mean, it'll be worth it for you to have this car covered no matter what the weather is like, and you can just pull it off and you're good to go. Pop it in the front area, pull your car cover off, and you're good to go. I don't recommend a person leave this car in the sun. Any car for that matter, but a car this magnitude, and this is such a nice vehicle. Your C8s, your C7s, any sports car deserves its own garage. How about that? I mean, any car, most cars should be in the garage to protect them from the elements, especially in extreme heat like we face here, 115 degrees, 117 degrees. That is going to be crucial. So on my Tesla, I actually have very thick sunshades for the roof, so it's fairly cool in that car, even though it sits outside, and the other Tesla sits here. And the truck has ceramic coating, ceramic tint as well. All the cars have ceramic tint, so if they do sit outside, they're not going to get damaged too much with heat from the interior. But I think FedEx is here. Let me go ahead and open the garage for them. All right, got some new hubcaps and things for the Tesla. But nonetheless, I mean, you really want to keep the car out of the sun as much as possible. So the cleaning products that you use, hey, they might not be Adams, but I've had a little bit of experience with Adams products, and I think they're phenomenal. These are the two currently that I'm using on the vehicle. So you can see the waterless wash. You want to go ahead and use that one. Make sure your car is clean before you use these products. So waterless wash, and then after you get it, and I do it inside the garage so it's nice and cool, then you can hit it with the detail spray. So if you are going to like a car show or something like that, these two products alone could be the only thing you take with you. And then obviously a nice microfiber cloth is gonna do the trick. You have to have a nice microfiber cloth. Now, some companies will tell you need to buy their microfiber cloths, but that's just a plot to get you to spend more money with them. I use several different types of microfiber cloths. Just make sure it's one that some microfiber cloths have multiple sides or two sides to them. One side is one texture and one is the other. So I highly recommend that you find the microfiber cloth that you want to use. I don't have any kind of special recommendation for there's no perfect microfiber cloth in my opinion. I have several, they all do the job, but typically I'll use the same ones on the car that I'm using. And make sure your microfiber cloths are clean, folks. Make sure they're clean. You cannot wash your car with a dirty rag or a rag that's, just make sure your rags are clean. But these two products right here alone are the two that I use on this vehicle. And I use the detailing spray on the Teslas, and I also use a hybrid wax on the red Tesla. It's pretty much for red cars, like that brighter red. This almost looks orange in this sandy, like a tangerine looking color. It looks pretty cool. The red mist color is one of the most beautiful colors ever. I don't like torch red. So many people like torch red. I don't like bright red cars. And unfortunately, my CT5V was bright red, and I settled on that color, which is another reason why I sold it back in the day. I just didn't like having that bright red. But in the midst of having that bright red vehicle, I bought this stuff for this hybrid wax for red cars. And now I can use it on the red model Tesla 3. You can use it on other cars, but it's predominantly done for red cars. And it doesn't come out red or anything like that. It's just supposed to be great for red cars. But I don't use it on here. So keeping your C8 Corvette clean is fairly simple, really. There's some people that don't wash their cars every day. And sometimes I've seen people that say they didn't wash their car but like once every 6 months. And I see where they're coming from by saying that, because you don't have to technically do it. Once you get it clean, use the right tools to keep it clean, and you should be able to just dust off this. I haven't washed this car in over a month, almost 2 months. I have not washed this car. Just one. Since I've had the car, I washed it one time. Well, 2 times. The first time I washed it, hey, it's because I brought it home. The second time I washed it, I was prepping it to use the proper tools to keep it clean, which is these products right here. So in 2 months, 2 official washes, and I don't plan on washing this car again. If I get caught in the rain or something like that, I'm not going to give it a full wash down because I don't need it because of the protection film that's on the car. It'll just come right off. You just kind of rinse it off, or take a wet microfiber cloth, and I can wipe it off and then hit it with another detail if I want to, or hit it with the waterless wash, and I'm here. No water holes or anything needed. Definitely I don't take cars through car washes. Maybe the truck, but not these. There's no way. I've seen people, I saw one guy take this car through a car wash, and with all due respect, you do what you want to do. I personally would not be taking this through the car wash. I have no intentions on doing that. No way. So that is how I keep the car clean, and it always looks clean in all the videos. I do have a detailing brush. It's just like a big, giant, soft microfiber brush. And yeah, that's how I keep it clean. So it's fairly simple, just a discussion video for you guys. How do you keep your cars clean? If you have a C8 or just any kind of sports car or just a car, how do you, some people just like to keep their cars clean, period. Do you guys use the waterless wash? You might not use this brand, but do you use any kind of waterless wash? How many times have you washed your car in the last 2 to 3 months? Like with a water hose and soap and everything. How many times have you done that? Yeah, even my wheels stay fairly clean because I do coat them with a nice ceramic, thin layer of ceramic, and I'm gonna redo them. Really want to pop the wheel off and do it, but in reality, it's enough room around that front rotor and the rear rotor to get in there. So that's how I've done it before, and I have the long extension brushes and everything to keep it clean. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoy. Quick discussion video: keeping the Corvette clean. It's not too hard. Love the profile of this car. As you can see, the top is not on because I've only been taking it out when the sun's down, because it's, again, 115, 110. It's so humid, man. I have to put the top on and run the AC when I drive this car. And yeah, it's side note, it's a lot of fun watching people. Like, I used to, when I see a car I like still to this day, I'll take a picture of it or a video or something. And it's weird looking at people video my car or take photos. Because I say to myself every time, this is how I look when I'm doing it. So yeah. Anyway, I do have, I actually purchased the refills for these. The refills are, the detailing was $15 for this bottle and $10 for the waterless wash. And then the refills on both of these are, it was $40 each for the big 5 gallon or 1 gallon or whatever it is. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's the refill right here. I keep one of these on hand, and then here's the big refill here. So I think this is a gallon or something like that. But these, I think this one was 50 and this one was 40. But I keep everything ready to clean the vehicle at all times. Ooh, yeah, it's beautiful. Love that front end too. Yeah, this car is super easy to keep clean. It's such a small size vehicle, and it's not much to cover. And the body lines on this thing are just incredible, man. Now, I have thought about adding the black side rocker down the side. I just like it as is, man. I just like it as is. I don't know that I want to do anything else to this vehicle. I like the carbon flash around the mirrors right here. That's pretty good. Yeah, but keeping it clean, man. That's what I use right there. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one. Take care.